This right here is 50,000 rupiah. So we'll be taking 50,000. Here's a 20,000. So we made it here. This is the Pasar that we're going to, the local market called Terong. I've never been here before. This is what it looks like. Okay, senang ketemu. So this is called papaya. We got 5,000 left. What are we? What's up, guys? Brian here with Experience Sulawesi. So today what we're going to be doing is going to an Indonesia outdoor food market or like a vegetable market, and we're kind of going to see, we're just going to see how much we can buy with $5. So Indonesia uses the rupiah, and $1 US is actually around, usually it's been around 14,000 rupiah for a while. And so doing the math, looking at the exchange rate right now, $5 US is right out about 74,333 rupiah. So we're just gonna round up to 75,000. This is what a rupiah looks like. This right here is 50,000 rupiah. So we'll be taking 50,000. Here's a 20,000 rupiah right here. So that's 70,000. And then we've got the 2,000, a little bit wrinkled here, these rupiah, but it's been bunched up in my pockets for a while. This 74,000, and then a 1,000 right here, 75,000. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna see at a local food market, it's called a pasar here. We're gonna go to the pasar and we're gonna see what all we can get for $5, as far as like vegetables mostly, and we may buy some fruit as well. I also forgot to mention that today I have the special privilege of having Mr. Haryanto with me. Woohoo! Woohoo! And we're gonna check that out. So come along with us. So we're going to Pasar Terong. I've never been there, but Haryanto here is claiming that it's got the best veggies. So here we go. So we made it here. This is the Pasar that we're going to, the local market called Terong. Haryanto's gonna help me kind of see what we're gonna buy here as far as vegetables and see all that we can get. We probably should have gotten a bag. Tidak ada yang kantong plastik.
Ya, mereka akan kasih.
Tapi yang lebih besar karena berat kan?
Ya, nanti kita bisa minta.
Oh, oke. Baiklah. Halo, Bu.
Seteng. Dari seteng ya?
Oh, makasih. Sudah kenyang. Jamur. Jamur?
Jamu bukan jamur.
Traditional medicine, ingat yang waktu di...
Oh, okay.
Bahan-bahan
Yeah.
ini.
So this is called jamu, traditional medicine here.
Bisa bahasa Indonesia.
Bisa.
Enggak, Bu. Jadi nanti yang putih.
Yang Jawi.
Kami YouTubers. Or ada channel YouTube.
Jadi nanti yang Monogirian.
Solo.
Oh, Solo, Solo yang putih. Oh, Sukarjo. Oh, alah. Celak kalih kampung kula niku. Kula Solo etan kraton kula. Oh. Alah. Nggih.
So, terima kasih. Yeah, so Haryanto can speak Javanese, so he got all excited because he met a fellow Javanese person. Sayo.
Coba ini.
Iya.
That looks good, fresh. Yeah.
Kangkung.
Berapa ini?
Berapa, Pak?
Ah, ini 5.000.
5.000.
Ya.
Kangkung.
Ini
Ber-
yang besar 10.
5.000
Berapa?
saja.
Oh,
Ini 5.000
Ya,
ini.
5.000 juga itu.
Oke.
Satu.
Ada daun ubi.
Ubi.
Yang ubi kosong.
Oh ya. Apa namanya daun ini?
Ini kangkung sawi, ini kangkung.
Oke.
Ini bayang.
Bayang. Berapa itu, Pak? So, Haryanto, what is this called right here?
This is kangkung.
Kangkung. Okay. And you know what it is in English?
Yeah.
What?
I don't know.
It's water spinach.
Water spinach.
Have you heard of spinach?
Yeah.
I think that they call it water spinach. I think.
Oh. Water.
So, I think that's the one of the few vegetables I'll know what it is in English. Berapa itu?
5.000.
5.000. Satu.
Ya.
5.000.
Berapa?
So this right here is called mustard leaf.
Ya, 35 aja.
35 aja.
Ya.
Ya, 35 dapat segini.
Ya. Satu
Right.
dompet merah besar.
So we got, this is 35,000 right here of vegetables. We'll get them out and show it to you what all we got here. Siapa nama Bapak?
Pak puding.
Pak Puding.
Ya.
Oh, okay. Senang ketemu. Terima kasih bantuannya. So one of the things that we will do sometimes if we're gonna include people in a video, we like to get their WhatsApp number and send them a link to the video before it's public and just get their approval. It's just a way to just kind of respect their privacy and see if they're okay with it. Usually here in Indonesia, pretty much most everybody's okay with it, which is the one thing I knew I really wanted was papaya, and I think it's around 15,000. So like $1, you can get a really big papaya and it can just feed like all my kids. So I wanted to get a papaya, and I was gonna just see with Haryanto what else we could buy.
Halo, Master.
Halo Pak, apa namanya makanan ini?
Nangka.
Nangka kan? Kalau nasi Padang sering kan?
Ya.
Ya,
Ada.
sangat besar. Wah.
Masih ada di kampung?
Kampung saya?
Ya.
Oh, tidak ada.
Tidak ada.
Iya.
Ceraan mau tahu kan?
Ini tahu atau tempe? Tempe atau
Ini
tahu?
tahu.
Berapa satu?
5.000.
5.000. Ini berapa?
Sama 5.000.
5.000. That gives us 45. So with the vegetables that we got here, we're getting some. This is called tempe, and this is tahu. So this is tofu. In this bag right here, it's tofu, and this is tempe right here. So these are really good sources of protein, and they're really inexpensive. Okay. So here is what I have left. I got 20,000 right here, this green one, 5,000, and then another 5,000 right here. So that gives us 30,000. We've spent 45,000, and see what all we got.
8.000. Wow.
Berapa itu?
8.000.
8? Boleh. Mau?
Ya. Boleh.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god.
Wow, so usually this is about 15,000. Sometimes around 15,000, but she's getting
Yeah.
it to us for
Yeah.
8,000. Wow. Okay. Saya bantu. Let me help you with the vegetables. Berapa ini? Halo Bu, berapa ini?
Nah, satu biji ini saja. Berapa itu? Oh, itu bagus.
So this is called papaya stuff. Bisa 5.000 tomat?
5.000.
Oh 5.000 ini?
Coba 5.000.
Sangat menarik ini. Yang ini menurut saya tomatnya agak menarik. Ya. Bagaimana? Ada 12.
Bisa cabai juga? Atau enggak cukup?
Ada kacang panjang? Oh, betul.
Cepat.
Oh, oke. 1000 yang ini.
Bisa 2000 Pak. Hanya sedikit tidak apa-apa.
Bisa dapat sedikit.
Ya.
Wah, mantap, Pak. Oke. Saya suka pedis. We got 5,000 left. What are we gonna do?
Ya itu 5.000.
5.000 ini?
5000.
5.000. Kacang panjang.
Ya.
Kacang.
Ah, mantap.
Kacang.
So that was all of our money, 75,000. This is what we got here so far. We're gonna go home and we're gonna take it out and set it out and show you what all we got exactly. And yeah, pretty good. $5. Halo Pak. Wah, habis uang saya. Habis.
Kenapa habis?
Karena saya sedang bikin video apa yang bisa beli untuk $5. Sudah, $5 itu 75.000. Sudah habis semua ini. Baiklah.
Oh, diberikan semua.
Ya, oke. So this is what we were able to buy at Pasar Terong at the market earlier. And as you can see, this all right here, and actually I'm being a little deceitful. It wasn't $5, it was $5.03. So it was 75,000 Indonesian rupiah, which actually with the exchange rate that it is at today, that's $5.03. But as you can see, you can look here and see what all we got. This papaya, this was 8,000. So this papaya was, that's like 60 cents. And you can see it's huge. This could feed our family probably for a couple days. Although my son Henry, he could. I take that back. He could probably eat half of this. He loves papaya. So everything on here was about was 5,000 actually, except this chabe, these chile peppers right here. This little bit right here was 2,000. This was 8,000, and then everything else was 5,000. So what we have here is we got carrots. We have these really unique looking tomatoes that I see all the time here at local markets in Indonesia. And green beans. Now this green beans was 5,000. It was like 35 cents. This feels 2 pounds right here for about 35 cents of green beans. You have, this is called bayam, spinach. This is all 35 cents, Indonesian spinach here. This right here, this is excellent. I like it with grilled fish and rice. It's called, they call it cha kangkung, which actually means water spinach. And this is probably one of my favorite Indonesian vegetables. This is, I think, they call it sawi. It's very common here. And I think it's mustard greens is what it is in English. I think it's called mustard greens. Of course, the good old American food right here, some corn, jagung, garlic, and then we get into some more interesting things up here. This is called in Indonesia kacang panjang. This was 5,000, so 35 cents for all this. It's excellent in stir fries. And I don't know what this is in English. I just call it, when I'm talking to people in English, I just say long green beans. Super long green beans, I guess. I'm sure it's probably got a name. Probably if you know, or just put in the comments or something. You've got tofu here, so you know, some of my friends from Texas in the South are probably like tofu. They're probably, you know, my friends who love barbecue and stuff, they're probably gagging a little bit. But the way it's made here, when it's fried, when they do all kinds of things, like they fill it, they have it called this thing called tahu isi, and they fill it with like some like noodles and carrots and spices, really good. 35 cents. Tempe. So this is tempeh, and this is made from soybean. And Haryanto, how do you make? Bisa pakai bahasa Indonesia. Lebih bagus kalau bahasa Indonesia. How do you make tempeh?
Ya, untuk membuat tempe ini pertama ada soya, kacang kedelai itu dicuci, dibersihkan, kemudian diberi semacam ragi itu untuk fragmentasi ini tempe, untuk fragmentasi itu kacang kedelai, sehingga dia bekerja di situ, terjadi fragmentasi dan ditutup pakai daun. Ada yang pakai plastik juga, tapi ya untuk tradisional biasanya mereka pakai daun pisang dan menunggu 1 malam dan jadilah tempe. Maka tempe ini agak sedikit hangat karena ini fragmentasi. Coba bisa dicoba pegang, agak hangat.
Iya,
Ya,
agak hangat.
karena ini fragmentasi.
Saya kira karena
Kepanasan.
di mobil.
Oh, tidak, karena ini fragmentasi.
Oh begitu.
Ya.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. Wow. Okay, and so the most expensive thing here, and this is definitely a unique looking vegetable here in Indonesia, and it's called pate. I don't think I haven't tried this. Maybe I have. Pate. But what it looks like, it's kind of twisted here. It is like a giant edamame. And so I was trying to find out what this was, and I don't know what it's called in English. I just know that it's called pate. And I saw on Google it was like pate China. So it's like Chinese pate. But it's like some kind of edamame. This is actually the most expensive thing we got. It was 10,000. So these 3 little things you can, it's like beans inside of it. So the beans you can pop out, but all these 3 right here were 10,000, 70 cents. So by far, this was the most expensive food that we bought. If you know, if there's a word for this in English, I'd like to know it. Please tell me, because I don't know. I looked up edamame on Google Translate, and it just said sejenis kacang-kacangan dari Jepang. So that's how like in Indonesian they don't have like really a name for edamame, I guess, or they just say edamame. But yeah, pete, sayur pete. So this is everything that we got. And $5, 75,000 rupiah at a local Indonesian vegetable market. Really awesome, really fresh food. So it's really pretty easy to eat, somewhat healthy. And a lot of times traveling to Indonesia, there's vegetarian options for you because there are quite a few sources of protein, like Tempe, Tahu are good sources of protein. And one thing though, you know, this is Indonesia, so you couldn't, you know, it'd be hard to make a meal out of it because there is no rice. And there's a saying in Indonesia that if you haven't eaten rice, you haven't eaten yet. Basically, to make a meal, you really got to have rice. And sometimes they use a phrase called lauk, and that's the word that they use to just group all food that accompanies the rice. So if it's tempe goreng, like fried tempe, or tofu, fried tofu or something, or these fried or something, and that's in the rice, they would call that lauk. And so lauk is a word that actually can refer to a lot of different foods that accompany rice. But rice is so important of a food here that it's usually the main ingredient, main food for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And then whatever else accompanies it is called lauk. And the good thing is like there's a lot of good, if meat you know, beef is pretty expensive. If you don't have chicken, you know, there's good sources of protein. You can get $5 at an Indonesian vegetable market. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to check us out. Stay tuned for more videos from Experience Sulawesi. Subscribe. Feel free to comment if you have your thoughts. I'd love to hear from you, especially Indonesians who have been shopping at the Pasar your whole life. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Like, are these vegetables, is that pretty cheap? Are there places in Indonesia that you would say vegetables are actually cheaper? And, you know, just feel free to comment, have a conversation going. You know, if you see some of these vegetables, you might mention what's your favorite dish to use with some of these vegetables. Up to you, but thanks for watching, and be sure to stay tuned for future videos, guys.